Tube on the wall. Shabba-dabba-do-ba. What's going on?
Hey guys, Monday night.
Sketchy Live Monday.
it's at.
What's going on?
Where it's at.
What are you doing? How are you feeling? What is going on in your neck of the woods?
What are you, Al Roker now?
Yeah, because wow, is that a fat joke? Already starting.
He's skinny now.
Is he? Is he?
Guys, Sketchy Live.
What are you, a mockingbird? You saying exactly what I said?
You know what's cool
No.
is we said you were going to get out and hit some local shows.
Yeah.
You've been doing it. I'm so proud of you. This was like a whim.
You facilitated it because you allowed.
I had a hair appointment.
Yeah, but I mean, you could have easily said, "Oh, I thought we were going to go do," because we kind of had some stuff to do.
We had some stuff,
and you easily could have said, "Hey, I thought we were going to do, home project stuff that we needed to do."
Nope. I was like,
and you were like, "Hey, it would have, yeah."
We need material.
I should have had a little more organization because it was a whim. It was out of the blue.
Total.
But we'll get into that.
Whim.
So as we posted tonight, I did have an opportunity to go to a show that I heard about last year that a friend of mine went to right after he had bought a C10.
Yeah.
And it was C10s in the swamp. Dan Kilbride bought us 60s, I think 66 C10 last year. Last year?
Has it been already? It must have been.
Yeah, I think it is.
It was right after Bug Jam, I thought.
And anyways, I think it's
Anywho,
I'm really dizzy doing that. Don't do funny things like that. You get dizzy. Anyways, he had said he had gone to a C10s in the swamp, or maybe they moved the show was been going on, but just in a different venue this time. Anyways, C10s in the swamp. Went and checked it out this last Saturday, and we've got stuff to talk about.
Somebody's fired up.
Yeah, I'm a little fired up.
I don't know. Like, I almost feel like it's a blessing that he gets to go, but is it a curse though for the rest of us when he comes home with all these opinions?
No, it's information and it's opinions. It's content, and who am I? I'm just a guy who enjoys the automotive culture and car, truck, whatever. And lower trucks is close to my heart. This is where it all started for me, was the mini trucking days craze. All of us couldn't afford, although what's crazy to think about is I had access to a nice early 70s square body that was my dad's, and I helped fix it up. And when he I think he went away for a little bit, not to prison or anything, but something. But it was somewhere where I had like a week or two to really do something to his truck, and I like pulled all his wheels off I got him new wheels at a garage sale. Spent my own money, bought him new wheels, mounted them on his tires, painted them, freshened them up, refreshed up his paint on his truck. It was that forest green and white panel, short bed. I think it was a short bed. Maybe it was a long bed. I don't know. And it was a great condition truck. My dad loved that truck. And just like always, other people get a hold of it and they don't take care of things, and it gets ruined, smashed in the door, and then as soon as I got a dent in the door, my dad was like over it, and
it's ruined.
And then my brother drove it a few times to school and didn't like it because it was too big. And
anywho,
so
way to bring us down, Jalopy.
Not just telling a tale.
Yeah,
I was telling a tale of a tall ship. Anyways, Sketchy Live, what's going on?
Yes, let me tell you who we got on before we get into it.
Yeah, let's get into it.
We've got Hot Rod Sam joining us. Good evening to two of my favorite peeps on this here Third Rock from the Sun.
Watch out.
Frank Pupello joining us.
Super chocolate.
Quick, grab a chocolate shake and some fries. It's time for Sketchy Life. I like where you're going.
Yeah,
with that one,
man,
Frank.
fries and a shake
That
sounds
does
so
sound
good.
so good. Damn you. Johnny Jalopy Art is posting.
Hey, what's up, Johnny Jalopy Art?
You can support
fan of
me
your work.
by sending stars. Stars help me earn money to make more content.
They sure do.
Yes, something new we're doing, guys.
And
You might have seen it pop up the last
And
couple
we're
of times.
going to
we've been
discuss
on.
the other tonight. Too, a little more serious about it because I looked at some notes from Hank,
Okay.
and I definitely want to talk about it.
We'll chat. We've got Jim Pollan joining us. Hello, everyone, from Hobo's Hot Rod Garage, Horseheads, New York.
What's up, Hobo's Hot Rod
Custom
Garage?
bead rolling. I think, you know what? These guys were probably super psyched about getting their garages open and start working on their cars again. And then, bam, winter storm comes through. So sorry about that, guys. Hope you're all staying safe up there.
Stay safe and dry.
Gordon joining us. Hello to you both from Central Washington.
What's
Welcome.
up, Gordon?
We've got Wayne Jackson Jr. He bought it the day of our show last year. Oh, okay. So that's when he got it.
Where there we go.
At the show.
There. No.
The day of and went to the show. That's right.
I don't think he brought it to the specific. I don't think he went to the show to show it. It was there in the parking lot.
Yeah, I do remember him telling us that story. You're right.
I'm like, why wouldn't you put it? Why wouldn't you?
Thank you, Wayne. He was super psyched to get that because he's always been the bus guy, and we love his bus. He's got a cool. What year's his bus? 60.
150 something. It's old.
It's an old bus, but I mean,
she's an old one.
He drives her everywhere.
He does drive it everywhere.
And then he got the truck, and everyone's like, "Oh my God, did you sell your bus?" Like, it was this whole big thing.
Well, Wayne Jackson Jr., I believe, is one of the people that is from the C10s in the Swamp. Show.
Yeah, so probably.
Thanks for popping on.
Yes, we're going to be talking about you guys.
Yes, we're going to talk about you guys. So be ready. I got some things to say about your show, pal.
Oh boy. Cameron McNulty joining us. We will see you in a couple weeks.
Yes,
Cam's coming in to visit.
Exciting.
She may actually be filling in on Sketchy Live.
Yes, she may be my co-host on one of the Monday night Sketchy Lives because you will be busy at a Bible study class.
Yes.
So yes, I can't wait for that. We'll have my daughter, and who knows what we're going to talk about.
Who knows? Gordon says we all have tales of lost, loved cars.
Oh my gosh, I do have tales.
You do. You actually owned a truck when I met you.
Mm-hmm.
It was one of the things that I loved about you.
Well, it wasn't. I didn't.
Dad's Ford Ranger.
My dad Ford.
It was still a truck, and we had
my dad's Ford Ranger. My dad's Ford Ranger. I hate those trucks.
I liked it.
Really?
Just because it was a truck.
Yeah.
To me, and let's get this out in the open. I don't know. I don't know how other women feel about this, and maybe there's some men that feel this way too.
Men.
I feel.
Are you about to spill some tea, as the kids say?
As a woman, a man with a truck,
can move stuff.
It just speaks man to me.
Okay.
I grew up with my dad, who was a construction worker, and he always had a truck of some sort,
right?
Whether it was given to him by the company.
What's crazy about that story about your dad being a construction worker? He hung out with an Indian guy, and then wasn't there a sailor? And then
he had a cop friend.
Yeah. Anyways, I don't know why that visually popped in my head when you said my dad was a construction worker.
He would be offended.
I know he would. That's why he doesn't drink tea.
No. But that's, I don't know. For me, something about a guy with a truck.
Yeah.
I've always just been drawn to that. And when I met you, you had a truck.
Yeah.
You met the criteria. It was on the list.
I've had trucks for,
And then even since being with you, you've always had a truck.
Yeah.
It's always been some sort of
truckish.
You had the 4Runner, which was still truckish.
Well, I had the 4Runner. I also had I was talking to Art about this, Art Smith, when we were there. I was like, and we were trying to find one out there at this C10 show, even though it's not really a C10. As I had that first gen or second gen 90s, the 2-door Blazer, full size.
Yeah.
And I loved those things. And I loved that truck. And what's so funny is here I am ranting about big wheels. And as soon as I got it, 22s on it.
Yeah. Spent your whole 401k.
Yeah. that was pretty stupid. And then then their engine trans goes out right around the time when Cash for Clunkers was popping off. And I was trying to find another
we were
small block Chevy, and the shop I had it at couldn't find one. Somehow couldn't find one for quite some time, and then we did trade for work on Raquel, I think, and then I traded labor for the Blazer, and yeah, look,
storage.
The Blazer's gone, and now also Raquel is in the same position it was when I was having him work on it.
And we also had him store the Volkswagen, the first Volkswagen that we got from Roger.
That's true for a little bit.
So yeah, you got your money's worth.
I didn't. I think I got it. Anyways.
Yeah. So Ron Messmer got my USACC Camaro model car group build finished, mesmerizing custom models.
Nice.
Very cool.
Very cool. Very cool.
The Camaro model car
I'll have
group.
to go take a look at that one.
Yes.
Actually, I think I've just seen the picture of it. It's a blue Camaro. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So for me, trucks is
your jam.
It's a big deal.
Yeah.
I've never had one that I've owned.
Right.
I've driven.
Well, you had an opportunity to get one. You did.
When
we were trading vehicles, and before you said yes to the Jeep, I always wanted a Jeep. I said to you, I know you've always wanted a Jeep, but you've also always talked about a truck. Why don't you go get yourself a truck? And I think you said, well, aren't you going to get a truck? And I'm like, it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
you've always wanted a truck.
He wanted the Gladiator, and that was a truck.
But
I didn't want a Gladiator.
I got the Gladiator because if you remember right, in the back of my head, ityB's voice saying, well, if we're going to have a house, we got to have a truck to be able to load and move.
We need a truck.
So, and I was like, okay, great. Why don't you get a truck that'll be your truck? And then when we got to haul stuff, I'll drive it, and we'll do stuff like we do today. It's the same thing, which is we generally sometimes take your vehicle, take my vehicle. It doesn't matter. I end up doing most of the driving anyways, regardless of whose it is. And you were like, no, I've always wanted a Jeep. I could take the top, blah, blah, blah. So you got the Jeep, but you had an opportunity to get a truck, and you chose not to.
Yeah. I had ample opportunities to get a truck every time I got a new car.
Yeah.
I didn't want one of the newer ones. I didn't want to drive a big truck.
Well, they're not all big.
I know. No, I know.
What's funny is, again, what you think is big is not big.
I know, because you're talking about wheelbase, and I'm talking about I will not ever want a long bed, ever.
Well,
ever. I don't like them.
It's all proportions, and it's the way it looks. But anyways,
I don't like them. Not for me. But
we'll see.
But tell us about what you saw at the show, because was it just all trucks of any kind, or only Chevys?
Specifically, it was the C10s in the swamp.
So that's all that was
C10s.
there.
So from the 60s C10s up to, well, I mean, it wasn't just, so there were some, I don't, do you consider the, 2001s and stuff a C10? Wayne, help us out here, because we're novelists in the C10. How far does that go? As far as I understood, it went up to 86. But then there was still some newer Chevy trucks and stuff like that. So it was a truck show, mainly Chevy stuff. But I had heard some Ford guys came in, and it sounded like they wouldn't have turned them away or anything like that. But more than likely, Ford guys would have just said, I don't belong here, kind of thing. So I don't think it was purposely done that way. But yeah. So it was mostly 60s, 70s, 80s.
Mini trucks? Were there mini trucks?
Well, there wasn't many mini trucks. No,
because you said that those were kind of making a comeback.
There was a couple S10s, but again, those are S10s, not C10s. And so there wasn't. It was mainly a full size truck show, and it was mostly C10.
Okay,
was the concept of the show. But again, based on what I saw at the show, it didn't seem like if someone showed up that they would have been turned away.
Right.
I don't know for sure. Again,
we don't know the rules.
Maybe if you want to chime in, that'd be great. 98 and older GM trucks. Okay. So there you go. So there is a little bit of a cutoff, which is fine. And that's, it's a cool way to do it, because I'm sure there's Ford shows and stuff like that. But it was a cool show. There was a lot of great well, first of all, the venue in Brooksville there is in this
Brooksville, Florida.
It's in this. I don't know specifically the name of the venue, but it was in the, like this rolling hills, and it was like a perfect place to have a car show. And as far as I understand, this was the second of this show, and I show up, and it's free parking, and it's very organized as far as where to park. And then you walk in, there's a vendor spots, and there's a swap meet area, and then the trucks are just lined up rolling down the hill, and it's just gorgeous a view. Probably one of the highest points in Florida, it felt like. But it was really nice, and a lot of events. So there's multiple food vendors, drink vendors, that kind of stuff, and then people selling, like Hot Wheels and trucks and models and different things like that. So it was really, really well put together for it only being the second time the show had been put on.
Nice.
So kudos to them. If you get an opportunity and you have a C10 or you're a fan of those models of trucks, this is a show that I would definitely put on your radar of something to go to. And everybody that was there was very kind and walked up to a few people, and how art is. And we kind of talked to a few different people who own different vehicles, and they were very forthright on talking about their trucks and what they've done and how they've been working on it. And so it was it felt very well, very chill. Like the music wasn't too loud. Like if it was in fact, I think there was camping, so you could come and camp as well.
Because it was a couple days, right?
3 days, I believe, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Okay.
And it looked like there was even the camping spot looked pretty, like people that were camping seemed pretty darn organized over there too, which was cool. So yeah, it was definitely a cool.
Did Art bring his truck?
No. Of course not.
Oh my gosh, that truck is so beautiful, guys. I wish we could get him to some shows with that thing.
It's called the Florida Classic Park is the name of it. As far as I understand, for us local people here in Florida, that this has become where now it used to be the Sumner swap meet would be held in Sumner, and it's a big car parts swap meet that first Sunday of every month. I from what I understand, talking to Art, this is the venue where that is now taking place.
Is that the one that we used to go to?
Yeah, for the ice cream and all that stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. So as far as I understand,
corn, ice cream, and lemonade.
It's that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they moved it.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, definitely something we'll.
C10s in the Swamp, definitely a show you would want to go to and check out, and we hope to be there next year.
Yeah.
So Wayne, I don't know if it was Wayne specifically, or I think it was, that contacted me today and said, "Oh, I didn't even know you were there. We should have came by the booth," and I wish I would have too. It was an impromptu kind of spur of the moment kind of thing. It was something that was on my radar, but I lost track of when the dates were and thought we had other things going on. So I think we definitely want to add it in our time frame of local shows, weather wise. Although it did sprinkle a little bit and rain, so art wise it'd be a little tricky. But there was a few little different artists I went up there and met too, which was cool.
Okay, good.
So cool show.
Very cool. So I would have loved to go. I would have loved
to have been there because man, we could have done some research.
Yeah.
Because I think again,
I told you the criteria for you going was that you had to bring me home a car.
Right. And I actually had one in my hand, but I set it back down
from the Matchbox table.
It was, and it was a really cool one though. It was a rare one. It would have been cool, but anyways. But because again, we've talked about your dream of having an older car, and you've kind of tossed between. We have
my Mercs. I do like the Merc.
The untangible ones right now.
Yeah.
As far as how things are right now, is that the Merc, having a 49 to 51 Mercury is not in our future at this moment. I'm sure there's many folks of us on here that wish we could have one of those.
That's been
raise my hand as well on that one.
That's been my favorite car since you introduced me to
mine too.
This culture.
That's the
lead sled, if you will.
That's the bucket list car that I've always wanted, even though the Model A was my dream car. That is also one of my dream cars, but I know it was so out of reach. It's easier just to admire it from afar and go, maybe someday it'll happen. More than likely not, but maybe someday. So for you, it's been that, and then you've tossed around the idea of possibly for an older vehicle for yourself. I know you've mentioned a few times where you've looked at Volkswagens and thought, oh, that'd be cool to have a Bug.
They were a little cheaper.
Yeah. Well, and I think you like the way they look, and you like the way they look as well, and the ease of getting in and out of them, the ease of drive, but old car, so it's fairly easy to get parts, fairly easy to work on, that kind of stuff. So that was another thing that you had been talking about, right?
Well, because initially we were going to keep that. I think we had a 62 body.
Well, let's not talk about what we had or what we didn't have. This is what we're talking about, is your dreams of what it would take.
My dream was going to be facilitated by whatever we had access to. So if I have a choice of something, yes,
that's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about. So Volkswagen was one of the options of an older car that you were like, I wouldn't mind driving one of those as a car that you would go, I'd take one of those. But truck has been the one that you specifically, since I met you, talked about wanting a truck.
Yeah.
But the odd thing to me is that you always talk about truck and then yet still talk about, I don't want anything too big. And trucks are either big or they're not big.
I know.
So, and then
I feel like I'm getting over my fear a little bit.
You have this fascination with you've driven the Magnum, and that's as big as a long bed truck.
I know.
And so, what I'm saying is that you had this fascination with the 60s C10s. You really, really like them. You're not a big 50s truck. You're not a 40s truck. As you call it, they're too bulbous. They're too round, which is odd, which is funny, though. When I first got the flavor for trucks, too, the truck that I most liked was the one that most people didn't like, which was the first S10 trucks came out, and they were very square. And I liked them, and most people didn't. They were looking for the Toyotas, the Mazdas, and I thought the S10 trucks, those first gen S10 trucks, were so cool because they were so square. Because remember, in my passion for truck started with, semi trucks, but which are very square. And then one of my most favorite trucks was very square, but even though it has some curvy nose to it, a little bit, was the emergency truck, the Dodge. But they're not. Without that emergency bed in the back, they're kind of not really good looking trucks. But anyways, so the S10 was the one that I really thought was cool. So the fact that you're like, I like the squareness of these trucks.
I don't like the steps. I've never been.
You're not a step side person.
I'm not a fleet side person. I'm not a big fender person.
Well, fleet side, I thought, is the flat.
No.
You sure? Look it up. Step side is the one with the fender in the back.
What's a fleet side?
What's a fleet side? 10-4?
What's a fleet side?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. You are a fleet side. You're
not a fleet side.
You're not a step side.
So what's the big
step side?
I'm thinking of maybe it's the dually.
Well, also step side.
Yes.
But you are definitely not a dually either.
No.
Yeah.
No. So I guess I'm a fleet side
because too bulbous, and you don't like the step side because it's got a bulbous rear fender.
I don't like the notches and like all the little cubbies.
But there's some coolness to them. But anyway,
well, maybe for the year, that
it's not about the year. All of them had them available. Step side.
I don't like them.
I know. we have come to that conclusion.
And I'm not really a huge fan of the panel that runs along the side either.
That's just a body line. It has nothing to do with.
A lot of them have it,
but it
have it accentuated.
It's just trim.
I know. I don't like it.
You just take the trim off and you make it all one color.
Yeah.
For instance, I'm going to give you a for instance.
Well, let me tell you who else we got on while you're pulling that up. So Wayne said OBS and older, no Fords allowed. LOL. Paul Marziani popped in to say hi and bye. Gordon said 1960 through 87. We've got Art Smith on with us.
What's
18
up, Art?
Rings. Wayne said March 12th and 13th, 2027. They already have their dates, so we can get that on the calendar if you want to jot that down on your pad right there. Hot Rod Sam said, I'll take a Chevy Love truck step side with a small block Chevy.
Chevy Love.
Ron said, my Rampage is an El Camino that was left in the rain and shrunk. See, now I do like the El Caminos too.
Which is
I
interesting
know.
to me.
I know. Gordon says, fleeting is flat. Yep. Ask her about the roll pan versus the bumper we talked about on the show.
Will do.
Alicia Allen is on the broadcast from BDC Garage. Hello. Sam said, what's up, Art? How goes it, brother?
Super
okay. So what do we have here? What year is this?
So this is like 73. This is this is first gen from the 60 or it's the in between. It's not the in between. It's after they've gone away from the more rounded front ends, as you know, away from the years that you like, and then the ones that were a little bit older than that, 68, 69, 70. This is like a 73. Now notice there's no it probably had trim, or that one may not have, because that's like a bone stock. It doesn't look
like it did. I know
it's a bone stock. So that's what I'm saying. You could take the trim off and just do my dad's truck had the two color tones, and he liked the two color tones. I did too.
Is there something on the hood? Is that some kind of scoop or something, or is it just a shadow?
No, that's the shadow of the hood. There's a peak on the hood. But what I love about this is the year for me of the square bodies. This is the year I like.
And this is 73. You're
73. This is a single round headlight with the turn signal indicators underneath the headlight, and then the grill is a nice. But look at how, if you follow from the side where the light is, it comes out a little bit and then comes over and then dips down a little bit. That's sexy to me. There's a nice little
curvature
turn. Now, as you go into 70, like 5, I think that goes away and that all becomes flat across.
Yeah.
And then it goes to a single light, and then I think a little bit newer, then it goes to the double light as well. So, but anyways, I just wanted to show you there's a short bed 73, I believe 73.
Sign me up.
Okay. So you do like the square body.
Yeah, I do like
you just said you didn't like the square body.
No, when did I say that?
A little bit ago.
I did. No, I do like. I said I didn't like the step side. I don't like the notches.
I'm gonna throw another pit photo up, and you tell me what you think.
What else?
Keep talking.
What else? Art said, number 6, my man, how you doing? Shout out received. I love it. Robert Shane joining us. Good evening, guys. Busy day, just checking in. Thanks for saying hello. We are talking about trucks tonight, guys. C10s. I feel like every time we have these conversations that maybe we're just that much closer to me actually getting it. We'll see. That's the same one. Was this a trick? Are you trying to? Oh,
see how
now I don't like that one as much.
Why?
I just don't.
What is it? Okay. You got to tell me why. I just don't.
I don't.
Doesn't tell me anything.
I don't like the double lights.
Okay.
I think the grill is almost too wide.
Okay, that's it. Now this is a GMC, not a Chevy.
Okay.
Both General Motors. And if you notice the body line on the side of the body, it will be a little different, because I'm going to pull up a very similar year, but Chevy, and then see if you like that.
Okay. But Chevy and GMC aren't they the same manufacturer?
GMC, professional grade.
So it's a Chevy on steroids. I don't know. Maybe it's the wheel choice here too. Maybe with the right wheels.
Could be wheel choice, because I agree.
Okay.
So, same year.
Yeah, I still don't like
Chevrolet.
I still don't like it.
What is it about you don't like?
I don't like the whole front end.
So it's the grill, front fascia area.
It's too much.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. See, I had a feeling.
You had a feeling that I would like this?
No, that you would not, because that's why I also am like the single headlight.
I do prefer the single headlight.
Is so much sexier.
I didn't even think about the headlight. That wasn't even something that I was focused on when I was looking at these trucks. And you've just now brought it to my attention. I also don't like the way, is it just a reflector on the front there? Is that a
reflector? That's a reflector. Turn signal.
I don't like that.
That's the turn signal, but there was also an indicator. I think it is a reflector. It might be turn signal too. But if you go inward, you can see a small little orange or light white-ish orange square in the grill. That's also the turn signal.
Oh, too much. No, I don't like this one at all.
No, I don't.
This one's interesting.
So this one is a little, this is not, I think this is like 70. C10 guys, tell me if I'm wrong. I think this is like 75. Because the grill's different.
And the trim is interesting.
And the trim is different.
Yeah.
It's not accentuating. But again, that's just a trim package.
Look at your reflector up and down. I prefer that.
Sure.
To
but also notice there's also still the turn signal underneath.
Yeah.
And also there's still that really sexy curve on the front part of the grill hood area that's still there. This is where they started playing around with the two tones as well. This is the Cheyenne package, I believe. So there were multiple. This is the crazy thing about this year of a truck and what happened between 73 and 80 whatever, 86. Like trucks came in like 11 different color options and like trim packages from baseline to super supreme.
Yeah.
And it was just all these things that trucks were a major thing, even though trucks are now, but they don't come in the same options as they used to. It's either.
What about the roof?
The roof is on fire.
No,
we don't need them.
It's the rear visor. When did they stop doing that?
70 or yeah, that's 60s.
Is it
early 60s?
Because I've seen a few of those where it almost looks like the cab is slanted.
That's the one that you like. That is that's we're not gonna find.
Yeah.
And if we find one, it's gonna be so out of. Someone said this is 79, which I want to.
Mike,
that sounds about right. Because I think this is like the year.
Bad. I'm still not a fan of the outline of that trim, but if you say I could remove it, I would. Yes, I don't know what it is with that reflector. Why is that bugging me so much?
I don't know. I don't know either because it actually goes with the line.
I know
on the bottom,
and maybe that's why I like it not following the line.
It would, yeah. It makes more sense that it follows the line.
Go back to the other one again. That blue one. That looks cool. I'm sorry.
It does look cool. I mean, see, and also too, look at the distance because again, remember the front of this, where that edge is of where the light is, gets extended out 2 and some odd inches. If they had left it laying, the body line would look weird because this, see where that
one stops right.
2 more inches has been added to the front of the truck. Really. So if it was turned the other way, that would make that front panel look really weird.
Yeah.
So that's why they flipped it. I think that way. Design. Still sexy. But here's what I'll tell you about this truck that I do like. Those ain't 20 some odd inches. Those are probably 18s, maybe 19, maybe 17-inch wheels. Those aren't giant. And it looks great. Same with that blue truck. That blue truck's got stock 15-inch wheels on it.
Yeah.
It's still lowered. It still looks low, and it looks fantastic.
Yeah, I like the look of that one. Gordon said the trim was adhesive, 2-sided tape, and a few screws.
Yeah.
Okay. Easy enough to pull off then.
Okay.
What else you got? I don't even mind the color, the 2-color on this one. I normally am not a 2-color person, but there's very little of the white in here. I mean, I think it's well done the way they did it.
I'm just showing you this.
Huh. Okay.
See how the 2-tone's different. It's not the full panel, but that looks cool. 15-inch wheel.
Yeah, and on this one, cool. Where the reflector is kind of goes because it's the 2-tone that's kind of splitting it up. I still don't like, I don't know. I'm not a fan.
Of what?
of that style. I don't like the two-tone thing. I'd rather see it all one color, and I'd rather have my single headlight.
Okay.
Although the grill on this one looks different.
That's
though.
a custom grill.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a custom, probably aluminum grill.
And probably a custom bumper too, because it had the.
So the question Art was asking, and I don't, stupid me, I didn't bring any reference photos for this part. But one of the trends that would happen in these trucks is as you would get to the rear bumper, there's a solid color GMC stock, 15-inch wheels, lowered.
It's not bad.
Tell me that's not sexy.
It's not bad. I can't see the front of it though.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. All you need to look is the back. The question is that would you keep the bumper the way it is, or what they would do is they take the bumper off and there would be a pan that would roll.
Yeah.
Up the back side of it. You're for the roll. In fact, let me.
Yeah, I don't like that. That bumper's sticking out way too far. Is that the stock bumper? That can't be the stock bumper.
Yeah.
It's huge. That's big. Ron said building a model of the 63 GMC ramp trunk we had in the 70s and 80s to haul our stock car. That's cool. Gordon said long box. Kevin Dickerson said, great show. Still love 65 C10 short bed Chevy. That's probably around the year that I'm liking as well. Or were you trying to find it?
I'm trying to pull a picture of the roll pan.
Yeah, this bumper is way too big. I mean, and if you're gonna have the car low, you really don't need to jump up on it. I mean, that's the only thing I would use it for, right? Is access to the bed. Is that what people usually use the bumper for?
Yeah. And if it's that low,
it's that low, you wouldn't need it. Yeah, I'd much rather have a cover over that for sure. Because I wouldn't be pulling anything with it. You wouldn't need a hitch, right?
Right.
What
well, you could pull stuff though.
Yeah, I was just going to say.
For instance, I will show you
kind of engines in these things.
I'll show you a photo of ultimately this sick setup that this gentleman had for their he was selling sponges and stuff. Oh. And I was like, it's a perfect deal for you. Here's what a rear roll pan. This is a newer style truck.
Okay.
But where you would delete the bumper and you would add the roll pan.
And
are you a 4 or again?
I would want it like this.
That?
Yeah.
And not a tucked, like a smaller bumper that could maybe be tucked in.
Maybe a smaller, but
like
I'd have to see what
like
my
a chrome
options
bumper
are.
That would tuck real nice.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that.
Versus that bulbous giant thing.
That's not bulbous and giant. If it's
no, the other one.
The
other one. The other one.
Yeah.
This one here.
Too bulbous.
Get your bulbuses together.
It's big. Like it almost looks like it sticks out on the sides of the car. That's how big it looks.
What are people saying?
People are saying stock step bumper, Gordon said, for trailer ball for towing. Yeah, so I get that. What type of motor normally, what would have been a stock motor for these things?
Most of these came with a small block Chevy. Most. And then some had the inline 6, I think, but most of them were 350.
And that's something you can tow with?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I'm towing with a V6 in the Jeep.
Right. Mike said custom deluxe was a base model, more likely a solid color, and get a 73 to 80 has single round headlight. Yeah. I prefer the single round headlight.
Look at this setup.
That's the same setup. Oh, that's neat.
Look at that camper.
Now, what year's this one? Because look at the lights up top.
66, 65.
It's the one I like.
It's the Suburban.
That's the year
we
that
can't
I'm going for.
Get it.
I know.
It's out of our price range, and it's out of our. Unless you want like a 20-year build, then we could find one. But you're gonna have to put it in the garage and start working on it, building, getting parts for it.
Well, in the meantime, I have my Jeep. Mike said 62.
Right, because the grill.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool looking though.
But this trailer, by the way, so this guy's selling sponges and whatnot, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a full functioning camper that is on airbags.
Wow.
So he just lowers it to the ground. So when I walked up, he's out there selling, doing his little deal. His wife's sitting in the couch, just chilling.
Nice.
She's got her little iced tea over there. She's reading a magazine. She's on her phone. AC inside that thing.
Sign
Living
me
the
up.
dream. And I'm like, holy cow, that'd be the perfect
Right.
mobile jalopy selling situation.
Oh, of all the stuff you have, we'd probably need to add another trailer on top of that. Kurt Sudeth says that's a 62 Suburban. Thanks for the shout out. So it must be his.
Ah, well, there you go. What's up, Kirk?
He has Suburban. Oh, Suburbia Suds.
Suburbia Suds. That is him. Hey,
awesome.
Thanks for watching, man.
Yes.
So it was a sick setup. And the way he pulled this little drawer out and it had his whole airbag set, his compressor and the pump and the tank. It was really, really well done. And he was like, if I could only get the Suburban to lay frame like the trailer, then they could all lower at the same time. But the setup was so cool.
That's neat.
Yeah, but that trailer was
# goals.
Yeah, for sure.
So tell me.
Okay.
Let's get to it, because you've been buttering people up with how much you liked the show and everything. And this is not the show's fault, but
I'm gonna show vehicles.
You have some opinions on
I have opinions.
A trend that is in the scene right now that you are not happy about.
I'm just over the big rims thing. Can we just go to like a 18 inch wheel?
You're okay with the space it's taking up. You're not okay with how big the rim is versus the tire size, correct?
I don't like how big the tires and the wheels are.
But if it was a smaller wheel, bigger tire, you're okay with that?
Yeah. I don't have a problem with it lowered.
But you're not saying it should be a tiny wheel in the middle of this big space.
I just showed you look at this. Again, let's go back. Let's refresh. That is a 15-inch wheel with a little bit larger tire or smaller profile tire on a 15-inch wheel. That thing is lowered. Don't tell me it doesn't fill up the wheel wells enough. It looks fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
It looks classy. It looks lowered. Could that guy go lower?
Probably.
Yes, he could. I bet he could. And I know it's the trend, and I know this is what everybody's doing. I guess I'm over.
Go back.
I'm just
show
over,
it again.
So if anybody knows this guy,
we do have some.
Truck is amazingly beautiful.
It really is.
Everything else about that truck, I really don't. I'm not.
Now,
displeased.
what year is that? Is that a hood scoop?
No,
what is that?
That's a hood scoop. So that's an aftermarket hood, and that's also the dual headlight truck. Both chrome bumpers tucked up real nice.
No reflectors.
No reflectors been deleted. So have the handles.
Are those lights on the bumper as well?
Well, those are.
So he's got the dual headlights and turn signals down below.
Maybe that's where he's got them. You're getting away from what I'm talking about.
I know.
Which is
it's the wheels.
The wheel. I don't even mind the wheel design. Yeah, I do.
And then are those disc brakes too?
What difference does that make?
Because do the older trucks have?
You can put disc brakes on them. I don't care.
I guess you can't see them when you have a steel wheel.
What difference does it make? Do they have to be 27-inch wheels?
He just gets so annoyed. Well,
28s,
Hot Rod Sam
29s.
says no like rubber band tires.
I know like rubber band tires.
Robert Shane says,
listen, I'm
big
from the
rims blow. They are fugly.
I'm from the mini trucking days where we ran rubber band tires, 50 series tires. 50 series. That's rubber bands. And the wheel wells were just as not or the dimension of wheel to truck to where this, and we still ran. I mean, that's the trend in mini truck too now is 28, 29, 30-inch. And again, listen, and I'm all about a deep dish wheel. I like a lip on a wheel.
He gets so mad. He came home and I'm like, how was the show? Babe, the wheels. That's all you talked about was the wheels. But this is not just from this show. He's been talking wheels for years. And I feel like more recently you've been a little bit more verbal about it. And we don't want to annoy anybody or get anybody upset, but
I get it. It's a stock wheel that's been made big.
That's a cool looking truck, though.
Yeah, I like those too. Those are also hard to find.
What year's that?
It's like 70.
Mm.
So that's the year after the one that you like, and the year before the 73 I showed you.
Yeah.
So that's the, and I loved this body style too.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Love it. Love it. You know what I don't love?
The wheels.
Can we just...
Although versus the chrome wheels in these, if you had a choice, I think this is...
No.
I like it.
Here's oh. Stock wheel. That looks bad.
No. But I think, isn't it everybody's flavor? Look at how many times you've changed the wheels in the cars that we have.
Yeah, I know.
So maybe not everybody likes your choice of wheels. Maybe
off-road. I have an off-road vehicle.
That's your Jeep. I'm talking about the old cars.
Okay, let's go with the old cars. So I have what? I went from a 22-inch wheel or a 19-inch wheel to a 16-inch wheel.
For Raquel?
Raquel, I went from a 15-inch wheel to a 15-inch wheel.
Okay. And then the Bug, you put big, and you didn't do bigger wheels on the back?
15-inch wheel, 15-inch wheel.
You're saying that the back wheels are 15-inch?
Yes.
Just the tires are bigger?
Tires bigger. Because I have space to do a bigger tire.
Okay.
Big and littles, hot rod.
Mm-hmm.
Were you trying to get me something? Oh, Jeep. 19-inch wheel, 37-inch tire. More rubber than rim.
Is that the rule? More rubber than rim?
For off-road trucks, I don't like the trend of the big lifted trucks on rubber bands either.
Mike Whitley said 71, 72 on that one. Art says that computer was the showstopper for, that camper was the showstopper for me too. He gave me a torn side.
Yeah, the thing is so cool.
That's somebody doing it right for sure.
See, I really liked this truck.
Yeah.
I thought it was really nice. You know what I don't like?
Big wheels.
I don't like the big wheel. If it was just 2 sizes smaller. Same wheel, 2 sizes smaller. I would roll the shit out of that truck. Also, too, what's my other pet peeve?
Put
the hood down.
Oh, the hood.
The hood. I can't see how cool the truck is because the hood's up.
Did he have something cool under the hood?
What, LS engine?
Well, most people who have the hood up are trying to show you the engine.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I mean, we don't go to Volkswagen shows and pop the trunk up, do we?
No, I don't. I don't pop my little box open and go, hey, check out the top of the engine. I could.
But you have taken the motor doors off of
the motor
Rose.
doors.
What are they called? What are they called?
Motor doors.
Are they?
Yeah. I love it.
Is it?
Fellas, the new trend in hot rods. Take off your motor doors.
Robert Shane said, I think the 70s Chevy 4x4 step side with 15-inch rims and tall tires are the best looking trucks ever.
Look at this. What's wrong with this? 15-inch wheel.
Mm-hmm.
Nice lip on it.
Mm-hmm.
It's low. It looks great.
Oh, you were saying what's wrong with it? I didn't find anything wrong with it.
Exactly.
Bill Zitch. My dad had a brand new 78 Chevy C10 in South Texas when I was a senior in high school. He let me borrow it and I drove it to a pasture party. I accidentally drove it through mesquite brush. I was polishing and waxing into the early morning hours. Oh my goodness. That's a moment you can't take back, right?
Mm-hmm.
Stephen Taylor. Hey guys, how are both of you? We are great, Stephen. Thanks for tuning in. We're talking about trucks tonight, specifically Chevys, C10s. Okay, so this one he's got. It looks like a thin wheel. It's a thin wheel. He's got it tucked up there, nice though.
It's laying frame.
Yeah.
At least the hood's down.
Yep, hood is down. Art says Johnny was getting ready to get into a fight with the owner of a truck.
I like it
because he said the best part of his truck was his next hood. I was dying. Oh my gosh!
I was talking about how sexy the hood is, and the guy's like, "Oh, you think this hood's sexy?" I'm like, "Yeah, I do."
Okay. Two big tires again. You think?
Well, those aren't like 20s. Maybe they're 20s. I think the offset's just wrong. I don't know. Look, I just think, I don't know. It looks like you can't steer it.
Why?
It just looks.
Well, the angle that you took the picture from is a little off. There's probably more room if you were further back.
I didn't take a picture. I stole this picture. But that's the same year we like.
Yeah, it's got the up and down reflector.
It's got the up and downs. I love it. ityB, describe your favorite truck. Well, it's got to have the up and downs. And it's got to have the
sexy hood.
It's got to have the hood. Hood. What'd you call them?
The hood doors.
The hood doors are got to be on.
And then like for color scheme, ooh, see now that's cool looking. The color scheme on that.
Two-tone.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm talking about
like the patina.
Yeah.
I'm kind of over the fake patina thing too.
Now, is it missing a reflector on the right?
No.
Well, look at the top on the left.
What are you talking about?
The top left over the light.
That is a reflection of the red car that is across from it when the photo's being taken.
Is it? It looks like a perfect.
Nope, that's a reflection.
It looks like a perfect.
It's a reflection of color from another vehicle or someone standing there in red.
How weird is that? Because it looks like.
Well, not to everybody who can see and isn't blind.
I was like, it's missing a piece. Yeah, I like the body style of this one. I mean, I'd much rather have the one with the fin off the back, but
the fin. Well, we could custom make a fin.
It's not the same. Yeah. I don't even know what I would do, because you gave me free reign with my Jeep to do whatever customization that I wanted, and you just trusted I wouldn't go all pink so that way you could drive it if you ever wanted to. But I didn't, and I think I did it tastefully, but it would be different having an old car versus, I mean, that's just a new Jeep. I was just doing, personalization is really what I would call it. I think we've gotten into this discussion. We've had a podcast.
I just want to prove the point that you can run a factory or a little bit larger factory tire or tire and wheel and still slam the shit out of your truck, and it still looks fantastic.
Yeah,
those great. Wheel wells don't look too small, too empty or whatever.
No,
they look fine.
Nice.
I just want to. There's my final.
Love the solid color on
Your
this
Honor,
one.
Your Honor, I'd like to just leave this as Exhibit Z in my testimony that not all vehicles have to have giant 27-inch wheels.
It's true.
And tires on them because everybody's doing it. In fact, I see this person and I would give him a high five for not following the trend and setting his own path. That's what I would do.
The Johnny Jalopy individualism reward.
I would pick this as my favorite pick right there, because that to me says, hey, I'm not doing what everybody else is doing. I'm doing what everybody else is doing. Because it's lowered and it's, everybody's, that's the trend on this, with the C10s and stuff, lowering them or raising them up. But,
Bill is sending a link, and unfortunately we can't click on it here, but we'll have to look at it later.
Yeah, sorry, Bill.
But to just give people a moment to absorb everything that you've just said.
Yeah.
What was the other thing that you said you wanted to talk about? Plans we have or something? We were talking about the stars.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Let me pull it up.
Okay. So we've been
Let me go back to us.
we'll go back to us. So we've been we set up a monetizing ability with Facebook, and we thought that perhaps because of the number of years of content and the amount of content that we have on Facebook, that we'd be able to maybe generate some income for Johnny Jalopy Art and get Johnny to more local shows and even shows out of state. And unfortunately, the content that we have isn't going to help. It's these stars. So if you know anything about it,
so the stars is that it's and again, I don't know if I'm all for it, because it's you doing a monetization thing to Facebook to say that you support us, and it's only once we get said so many stars would we see any monetization. So meanwhile, Facebook makes their money,
yeah,
and we don't get any of it until we've hit the criteria of where they feel now they'll share.
right.
So the other options of things like this, and we've talked about this before, which is possibly starting a Patreon.
Mm-hmm.
And talking about it, I'm curious, you folks that are on here right now, if a Patreon was available through Johnny Jalopy, and basically there would be
different tiers of
2,
membership.
3, 4. Looks like I think we have a 5-tier setup of membership, basically, to, if anybody's familiar, I'm assuming everybody's familiar with Patreon. It's basically where you
subscribe.
You would basically subscribe to me. You'd be supporting me by a donation each month of a set amount of dollars,
but not for nothing.
No, you would get something in absolute return. So for instance, a possibility of a first tier Johnny Jalopy thing would be called the Jalopy Army Recruit. And it would be basically to early access to stuff. Like if I was going to post pictures of stuff I'm at a show, I would post them to you first. You would have access to that information. If I went live, or things I'm doing in life, that kind of stuff, it would go to the Patreons first before I had posted on my regular social media. And then it would be some photos and different things I'm working on, during the week.
That maybe don't get posted regularly.
And then probably just a specific short post that is for Patreons itself, where it's specifically for you guys. Either it's content or maybe a drawing or something I've done. And that would be $3 a month that you would pay, and you'd have access to that.
I used to do this. I subscribed to a beauty box.
Right.
And it cost me $10 a month, but they would send me samples of all these different beauty products, and I'd be able to try them. And if I wanted to buy a full sample, I could. But they gave me every month, I got a free little cosmetic bag. I still have about 30 of them. Right. I did this for several years, and it was such a great idea. And I think doing something like this for us, for Johnny's art, would be a great idea, because we're talking about doing like a free sticker or, some other type of free art possibly, and maybe one-on-one time with Johnny, while it's in the beginning stages. Because, once we have thousands of followers, he may not be able to do that for everybody.
Well, and there's, depending upon the next tier would be specifically like you would have early access to Sketchy Live. We would do like a 5-10 minute show where it's just to the Patreons.
Right.
So we'd be talking to you, talking about things that we may be talking about in the show, giving you kind of inside baseball, what we're working on, what we're doing, that kind of thing. And then you would still have access to all the things that were before too, which is the posts and different things. And then there's, as you went into like the next tier, it would be where you'd have free digital download of a piece of artwork every month, where you'd have access to art that I've made available that you could download, have printed out, and hang in your house, and you have access to it.
Yeah, I think it would be something that would be really cool.
So the question, yeah. So the question is that, just from the collective that is sitting here today, is that something that any of you might be interested in supporting me in that way? I'd love to hear from you. Either message me or even here would be great if you want to leave a comment that say, yeah, I would totally be down for a Patreon thing, or if you have ideas of things that would make it
valuable
tangible to you that
Yeah.
you would be like, oh man, if you did this, if I had access to this about you every month, I would totally pay, I'd give you $5 a month if you were to do this for me. You know what I'm saying? And of course it's not like, hey, we draw my car every day, you know what I mean? Or something to that effect. It's tangible stuff that, that you'd feel like, well, this is an extra way of having access to me. I mean, we're pretty open, and that's the hard part.
Yeah,
we don't hide a lot of stuff, and it's hard to think of like things in the background. But I'm watching people who are doing Patreons and stuff like that, who are definitely the things that they're making available and that people are paying for. I'm like, wow, I have so much cooler and more accessible stuff that seems more valuable, and these people are, wow. And again, most of the stuff that I'm talking about, where it's personal interaction between you and I, on that level, where these people are just like, hey, you have a sticker, and then the next year you could do my thing that I build, and it's very, very not real. I don't know. That doesn't feel very like in the support where I'd be like, hey, thank you for supporting me. You know what I mean? And my show of gratitude is to be available to you.
Yeah. Gordon said, can Patreon package be paid semi or annually? That's something we can look into.
I think it is where you could do it. You don't have to do it per month kind of thing, but you could theoretically pay for a whole year up front.
Yeah.
Or a 6-month deal or something to that effect. As far as I know, I think that is all possible.
Sam's down for it. Hubcap Dylan joining us. Hey, Sketchy Duo. Thank you for tuning in. Gordon wants to know, did ityB get her lettering and pinstriping kit?
Not yet. Now I do have lettering quills, and I do have some pinstriping brushes. We just haven't had the time yet.
And we probably won't
to sit down. Yeah, we've got
till May.
We got a chock full of April coming up with some stuff outside of Sketchy Live and John Jalopy stuff, specifically a lot to do with our faith and Bible study. We have a Bible study class that's going on right now. We've got three girls, three
new students,
students that we've been kind of under shepherding, and they're now heading into this class, and we're so excited, and we want to make sure that we're available and be a part of it, and too. Because we're very excited about their walk and seeing that prosper and do well in. So that's another part of what we do in our life. It's not just automotive stuff, but we also have a pretty huge faith that we're involved in.
Yeah.
We don't just sit back and go to church. We're pretty involved in it.
Larry McCullum said, I've seen where folks online have an option to buy them a cup of coffee as a donation vehicle. Not sure how you set it up.
Yeah, we've tried to do. That's kind of what we thought that's what this Facebook thing was going to be, where you could donate $1,
like a tip or
50 cents or something like that. So currently the only way we have of anybody showing support is purchasing merch from me at johnjalopy.com. There's availabilities when you do that I don't know, does it show that tip available on that part? Only when we invoice, right?
Right.
So if you jump into some of the specials that I've run as far as doing artwork for people, there's ways to tip that way. I don't think there's a way
when we send a specific invoice, but I don't think there's a way to do it right from the website.
Yeah. So and again, we're not not begging in any way for anybody to help us with. We're doing just fine and taking care of business, but it sure would be awesome to have another outlet as far as what my art and what I make available, that it's income coming in to help support what we do,
right,
and make available for me to go to shows and do different stuff, which again is everything that we do for the business basically is turned into making appearances and going to places.
That's the direction we want to go in, because not only have you had a blast, and I personally love seeing you live out your dream. And this is something that I think I don't even think you ever thought was possible.
No.
And to watch you do it now, and then
never
to
thought
see
possible.
people receive you the way that they're receiving you,
Yeah.
because you have such a good heart and you're so helpful and you're so supportive of others, and that comes back to you in times like this.
I
We saw
appreciate
that the last 2 shows that you did. People are just wanting to work with you. They want to have you there. They want to facilitate things for you. And it's been a huge blessing. And again, this whole premise, this whole part of podcasting with Sketchy Live that we have been doing is to give people a voice. And there needs to be more of that. There needs to be, when you go to these C10s, like we just talked about it.
Yeah, I mean,
he should have, and had I been there, maybe it would have been a little easier because I could have been the cameraman. But you go up to a car and I want to be able to film you talking about the car, having the owner come over, hearing that guy's story. Like that's what I think people are going to want to see.
For sure.
I want to be the next Barry Maguire at these shows. Like,
no, I hear you. I think there's some cool.
What a great premise for a show that guy did.
There's some great stories out there of people in their vehicles and stuff, and it would be awesome to talk to them. It'd be awesome to have conversations about the things that I go, and to be able to kind of talk to somebody like, what, why did you decide to do? Like you asked me, why do people choose the choices that they make? And I'm like, sometimes I think people make good decisions based on advice and their own gut feeling of design and putting stuff together. But a lot of times I think folks see a trend and things that other people are doing and go, I better do that. Otherwise people are going to look at me, well, like, why did you do this other thing?
You have been
where I'm more along the lines of like, yeah, do the other thing and make people go, why did you do that? And like, because I'm different. That's why.
When we were at Autorama and I got to do that interview with Logan, that to me, I'm like, I can do this.
Yeah, you did great.
And I want to be able, that kid had a story to tell. Granted, he had 5 other interviews. Okay. I was one of 5.
You were, and yeah.
But what if there wasn't somebody interview him? What if we just walked up to somebody who was just like, man, I'm so excited to even have my car here.
Yeah.
And we went up to them. What's your story?
That's the encouragement that, I guess that's where, as I'm fighting the trends part is a little bit of some of the purpose of kind of fighting against the trends is trends are expensive.
Yeah.
And as a trend catches on, it becomes more unaccessible to the common guy because it becomes this thing that's unattainable. And so looking at how do you keep the hobby to where everybody can play, and it's not just this elitist thing. I think there's place for.
There is,
and again, there's a voice in those people. Like Art and I talked to a guy. They drove it from, he saved this 73 truck and drove it from South Carolina. Just got it running the day before, and him and his wife jumped in the truck and road tripped and made it to the C10 show. And again, I bet if the owners or the people that run that show knew about those kind of folks, like making it like goal to get to their show, how that would just be an awesome award or some sort of recognition in that. But there's these cool stories of people, through the night. Like I talked to a guy that was like, I said, did you bring your truck today? And he goes, nah, man, the last part didn't show up. And he goes, all I needed was this one part and I would have been able to bring my truck, and he couldn't bring it. So here he is at the show watching everybody else show their trucks. He's got a truck he's been working on for a while and the parts didn't show up. And he can't be a part of the show in the way he wants to. There's another cool story. Like, how do you make that guy like go? Like, it'd be awesome to go to that guy's garage. Let's talk about your truck. You know what I mean? I just, you know what? It's what when we talked about Sketchy Live and turning into this podcast thing, this is what we talked about is we want to give voice to those that don't have a voice. And there's lots of those stories out there.
And when I met you, March 22nd, 2008, we're coming up on 18 years on Sunday. When I first met you, you were watching Ian's DVDs.
Yeah, like crazy.
And one of the things you always said about them was how attainable he made it look and seem. And it's, I think maybe what every garage guy or every young person, starting into this without a bank account and, minimal ways to get parts and stuff like that. Those are the shows that they need, is somebody taking the dog bowl and making it into something, or, those are the HGTV things that I watch, are people making things out of, like, repurposing things. And those are some of the best home builders. It's kind of what you did out there in the garage. You were just winging it, doing it yourself with limited knowledge and understanding. You learned as you went. You used what you had accessible. You had tools from, Tim and our buddy Tim, and you weren't using top of the line stuff, and you were able to create something that you're proud of.
Yeah.
Is it super shiny? Does it have a $40,000 paint job?
Nope.
Will you get tetanus? Probably.
Yeah. This is the truck. The kid bought it for $400.
Wow.
Had no engine in it, no transmission, I believe is what I think he told us.
But
his dad had some older stuff, and he pulled the engine out of an old, like, delivery truck and small block Chevy and threw it in there and got it running, and then drove it to the show. He's had it for a while, the truck itself.
Yeah.
But he's not done any specific work on the truck visually. That's stock.
Right. But it still looks cool.
It was a great story.
Hood up, though, dude. Hood up. Did you have that conversation with him?
Well, he purposely. Yeah.
Ron said it's good to use talents in a positive way to help others chase their dreams. Art says he bought that Chevy truck. He bought that Chevy truck for $400. Awesome find.
Yeah.
Gordon said real people building real cool cars on a real budget. Yeah, that's what it's about.
Yeah, there's just not enough. I just don't, even as I roll through YouTube, I'm watching interviews of different car builders and different stuff like that, and it's still even the ones that are getting the voices and the stories that you're hearing about are still the Chip Fooses and the guy that he knows, and there's this thing going on right now with one of the Boydster cars that was like $5 million car, and they're getting it set up to go to this show and all this kind of stuff. And I think to myself, the stuff I'm more interested in is something like Mad Fabricators just put out the Funky Tea story, which is this guy, Johnny, who has collected parts and pieces and had this tea bucket that he found and fell in love with. And then the big California fires came and he lost just about everything in that he had. And luckily they were able to save the tea bucket and some of his parts and different stuff. And they went back to his place, and Mad Fabricators has got a whole multiple episode journey of, Lucky taking on this guy's tea bucket and getting it back to life. And, again, these aren't guys with, high paying jobs and a ton of money.
Right.
It's like a home built guys. And it was a really cool story because, they were able to save this guy's dream vehicle and make it even better than it was, when it started. And those are the kind of stories that I think you and I would love to be able to share and talk to people like that.
For sure.
Those kinds of things where, and we know a lot of you that are on here that have those kinds of stories too. And we've talked to some of you, and we would love to talk to more of you.
And it's really how Johnny Jalopy was built. I mean, when you go back to how even your digital art started.
It's still there. It's all low budget.
We just this year
Jalopy hack
had my son build us a computer.
Yeah.
Just this year. We've been doing this podcast for almost 8 years.
Yeah. Can you believe that?
7. Was it 7?
We've been doing it for
8.
We've been doing it for
8
year. We're heading on 9 years, and we've been doing this many Mondays, and we've got a lot of experience in doing podcasts and talking. This medium is something that we know how to do,
right?
But we've definitely cracked it on a budget every single time. That's why it's not been perfect from the beginning. And we've watched podcasts come and go too. We've had, we know of people that we were looking at and I was watching that I was admiring. I'm like, man, I wish we could get to that point where they are. and a lot of those have left, and yet we're still here.
We're still here.
Thank you, people that are watching
with crappy equipment.
that you find what we're saying and we talk about interesting, and that my rants about different things, and my purpose is never to offend anybody or to single anybody out or to say that was a dumb idea. I just, I think also too, there has to be somebody sometimes that just isn't afraid to shout out and say, listen,
be different.
Can we just stop with the SUVs? Can we just stop with the big wheels? I know it's a trend and I know it looks cool. And I know there are guys and gals that's what they do, but how many of them are doing it because they're afraid if they don't do it that way, everybody else is going to go, how come you didn't do the, or the because people sometimes are chasing trophies and they're chasing the show and the thing rather than just going with their gut feeling of what they see in design and what they see as this awesome thing. Now, if they've done all that and they've fallen into the trend thing, well, then okay. Then if they, somebody said to me, listen, here's why I did it. I think it works with the shape of the wheel well shape.
Be able to defend it.
And not necessarily defend it, but talk about it in a way that may, and okay.
Defend your choice.
Then do that. You did your truck, or hey, I did it my way. This is the way I want it. I like it this way.
Yeah. How many people have come up to you and told you, what did you do to that Volkswagen?
Yeah, all the time. All the time.
You defend it.
I don't defend it. I usually again,
your explanation is your defense.
My most favorite thing is pulling that thing up next to one of those new Corvettes and watch me get all the attention.
Silly. Anyway, guys, very opinionated guy.
I have
very much a
passionate opinions.
Do it yourself guy, and very much a don't tell me how to do it. I'm going to do it my way.
Do it your way. Do it your way.
Yeah.
Do it your way. If you have a vision of something, then go for it. You know what I mean? And listen, that I get asked all the time. My email is full of people. And let's be a little transparent about this part. Listen, if you message me and you're like, hey, I've got this idea for build, I'm really struggling with this. You're not looking for me to draw it for you, but you'd like some input. Just tell me, hey, I'd love to hear your opinion. I'll give you my opinion. The hard part for me is people will kind of hem and haw. Like they want me to design something for them, but they're not, you know what I mean? And then as soon as I go, are you looking for me to do work for you? Then the conversation gets weird. And I'm not specifically because I'm chasing money. I just want to understand how can I help? I had a guy for a week and a half every day sent me 452 pictures. And I still don't know what he wants me to do. Are you looking for my help or do you need my advice? I'm so lost. And I've even said, how can I help you? And I don't mean that in a mean way or disrespectful way. I'm like, I don't know do you need my help? I would love to help.
Yeah, if you want a vision, to help. Draw my vision. Well, then you're hiring him to do a piece for you.
And listen, even if you don't want me to draw your vision, but you're like, hey, look, I have this idea. Does this make sense to you? Or I can't see it. Or if it is, you just need design help and that kind of stuff. Then just be upfront about it and just know, like anybody else, this is what I do. So, this is not my job. So. Just like if I went to you and you know how to make the sickest, amazingest pizzas, and I want to know how to do that, I'm not going to expect you to just make me pizzas for free. You know what I mean? I'm going to buy some pizzas from you and then ask you questions if you're available to answer, like, why did you use that kind of cheese, or what kind of cheese are you using? And if you go, it's secret, but I'm telling you, it's not secret. I'll tell you whatever you want. You know what I mean? I have no secrets.
This poses a great question then. Are you still at a place where you can take custom jobs?
I'm absolutely at a place. I'm always taking custom jobs.
So I know when we came back from Autorama, you had quite a few people contact you, and those orders are still flowing in.
The tough part is that I always have many people contacting, and then we go through the rigmarole of trying to figure out what they want as far as what, And then as soon as I throw price down, then it's crickets.
Okay. So you're saying that you have space available.
I always have space available.
And we're not running any specials in March.
Nope.
But you know what? April is Johnny's birthday month. So maybe he'll be in a giving mood.
Listen, I will tell you this. I've been taking jobs and I'm just not advertising, but I'm in a giving mood.
Oh. So it's already starting. It's
early. No. I've just been taking work.
Yeah.
And trying to negotiate a fair price that I feel is fair to where I still, since I've gone full time, have not charged what I was, which is crazy to me to think about that way, is I was charging more money when I wasn't full time and getting it. And now I've just trying to get more work and keep workflow going and been kind of discounting. You should hit me up while I'm still a moron and not seeing my value, because I know my value. But I'm also just trying to take care of people too and get stuff done for folks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think we're going to leave it at that and we will wrap up. But we will be back next Monday. I will be here next Monday.
Do you feel like this was a cleaner show? Like I didn't use as much filthy language?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Did you get a complaint?
I had a comment.
Oh.
From somebody I very, 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 very much respect, and I appreciated it. So I hope I did better this time to that person.
Good.
Because it's something I went, wow, I did. You know what?
Yeah,
that matters. And I definitely I'd always want to show the best of who I am, and that if that little portion of it, and then again, not trying to be fake or who I'm not, because I definitely can cuss like a sailor when I want to.
You know what? You were not for nothing.
I was pretty.
You were hanging around.
Yeah.
With a group of cussers.
Yeah, fellow
it rubs off on you, guys.
Fellow Phil Florent, but it's not their fault. I am in control of me, so I will not blame anybody else. I take responsibility.
Yes.
So I appreciate it. But the person that brought to my attention, one, took guts to do that, and then two, it was very much appreciated, because I was like, okay, wow, I didn't even notice. And that's not good if I didn't notice.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, on that note, thank you for your feedback always. Thank you for your support. Head over to johnnyjalopy.com. We do still have merch. We have hats. Yes. We have beanies. Florida people, you're probably not going to need the beanies, but apparently you still need them up north right now.
And still daily, I've been posting original artwork. Most of the time, everybody has always said original artwork, make it available. And I've been making original artwork available for quite some time now. It's available. So, if you want it.
And we're brainstorming some new ideas as well.
And just know I can't specifically say, hey, this is for sale, because as soon as I put for sale, or would you like to buy this, or this is this much, if I put a price or I allude to anything in Facebook or Instagram that is like I'm trying to sell something, immediately it'll shut me down and you won't see it. So just know, if I post artwork, it's for sale.
Just reach out and ask.
Just say,
is this still available?
Is it available? Can I get it? Just know that if you see it online, more than likely it's available. And if it's not, message me and ask, and I'll just go, sold it yesterday.
Yeah. All right, guys.
I wanted to clarify that, because that makes it
tough. Bill says, in my prayers for a great path to be revealed. Thank you.
Hey, thanks.
We're believing for that as well. All right, guys. Well, we love you. And we will be back next week. Maybe we can line somebody up for next week and get somebody on.
I thought next week is
no, that doesn't start until the 26th for me.
Okay.
So I should be available next Monday.
Okay.
And we'd like to get somebody on.
Yeah.
So Johnny will be working on that. Stay tuned. And we will talk with you.
I'm gonna try to get a big fish.
Okay. Okay.
Maybe. We'll see.
All right, guys.
But little fish too. Love little, because we're little fish.
We are little fish.
We're a little fish in a big pond.
We're minnows.
All right. Sketchy Live. Hey, stay sketchy.
Stay sketchy.
We'll see you guys soon. Thanks for hanging out.